In the vibrant heart of a Xhosa village in the Eastern Cape, two brothers, Sipho and Luthando, were known far and wide for their inseparable bond. Born just a year apart, the two brothers did everything together. From the time they could walk, they were always side by side, exploring their village, sharing secrets, and dreaming about the future. Their mother, Mama Zanil, often shared stories of her own childhood, emphasizing the importance of family and unity. She would say, "Your brother is your first friend and your lifelong companion. Never let anything come between you." One summer, when Sipho was 10 and Luthando 9, they decided to build a treehouse. They found the perfect tree near their home, an old acacia with strong branches. With the help of their father, Themba, they gathered wood and nails, working tirelessly for days. The treehouse became their sanctuary, a place where they could escape the world and dream of grand adventures. One day, while playing in their treehouse, Sipho found an old map tucked away in a crevice. It wasn't a magical map leading to treasure, but a simple, hand-drawn sketch of the village and its surroundings. Themba explained that it was a map he had drawn as a child, marking important places in the village. The brothers decided to use the map to explore their home. They visited each marked spot, learning about the village's history and the significance of each place. They discovered an old well where villagers once gathered to share news, a large rock where elders told stories, and a hidden grove where their parents had first met. As they explored, Sipho and Luthando met many villagers who shared stories about their own families and the bonds that connected them. These encounters deepened their understanding of their community and their place within it. They learned that their village was not just a collection of houses but a living, breathing entity built on the strength of relationships. One afternoon, the brothers visited the home of Mama Noluthando, an elderly woman known for her wisdom and storytelling. She welcomed them with open arms and shared a story about her own brothers, who had been as close as Sipho and Luthando. Her story was filled with humor and warmth, but also a poignant lesson about the importance of communication and understanding. She said, "There will be times when you disagree, when anger might try to pull you apart. But always remember to talk to each other, to listen and forgive. That is the true strength of brotherhood." The brothers took her words to heart. They promised each other that no matter what challenges they faced, they would always communicate openly and support one another. As the years passed, Sipho and Luthando grew into strong, young men. Their bond remained as unbreakable as ever. They helped their parents with chores, supported each other in school, and continued to explore their village. But as they grew older, they also faced new challenges that tested their bond. One such challenge came when Sipho joined the local soccer team. He was a natural athlete, quickly becoming one of the team's star players. Luthando, on the other hand, preferred music and spent hours practicing the drums. Their differing interests sometimes led to tension, but they always found a way to support each other. One day, the village held its annual sports and music festival, a beloved event that brought everyone together. Sipho's team was set to play in the soccer finals, and Luthando was scheduled to perform with his band. Both events were happening at the same time, and the brothers didn't know how to be there for each other. Mama Zanil reminded them of Mama Noluthando's advice. Remember to communicate. Find a way to support each other, even if it means making a sacrifice. After a heartfelt discussion, they came up with a plan. Sipho would play the first half of his soccer match, then rush to watch Luthando's performance before returning for the second half. It was a tight schedule, but they were determined to make it work. The day of the festival arrived, and the village was buzzing with excitement. Sipho played brilliantly in the first half, scoring 2 goals. At halftime, he sprinted to the music stage, arriving just as Luthando's band started playing. Seeing his brother in the audience, Luthando's performance was electrifying, filled with passion and energy. As soon as the performance ended, Saifo rushed back to the soccer field. The second half was tough, but his team won the match, with Saifo scoring the winning goal. Exhausted but happy, the brothers celebrated their victories together, grateful for their bond and the support they gave each other. As the festival wound down that evening, the brothers sat by the fire, reflecting on the day's events. They realized that their different interests didn't weaken their bond but strengthened it. They could pursue their passions while still being there for each other, making their relationship even more special. One summer, the village faced a crisis. A severe drought hit the region, causing the river to dry up and crops to wither. The villagers were worried, and tensions ran high as resources became scarce. Saifo and Luthando knew they had to step up and help their community. They decided to organize a water collection effort, gathering buckets and containers to travel to a distant river that still had water. With the help of other young villagers, they made the arduous journey multiple times a day, ensuring everyone in the village had enough to drink. Their efforts didn't go unnoticed. Tota Themba, proud of his sons, shared another story with them one evening. He spoke of a time when he was a young man, and the village had faced a similar drought. He and his brother had worked together to dig a well, bringing much-needed water to their family and neighbors. Unity and perseverance, Tota Themba said, are what get us through tough times. You two have shown great leadership and compassion. Keep working together, and you will always overcome any challenge. Inspired by their father's words, Saifo and Luthando continued their efforts, rallying the village to work together. They organized shifts for water collection, ensuring no one was overburdened. They also helped distribute food and resources fairly, preventing conflicts and ensuring everyone was cared for. As the drought persisted, the brothers noticed that some families were struggling more than others. They decided to organize a community garden, using the limited water to grow vegetables and fruits that could sustain everyone. The villagers, seeing their dedication, joined in, and the garden flourished despite the harsh conditions. The community garden became a symbol of hope and resilience. It showed the villagers that by working together and supporting each other, they could overcome even the most difficult challenges. Saifo and Luthando's leadership brought the village closer, strengthening the bonds between families and friends. As the drought finally ended and the village began to recover, a new challenge emerged. Saifo and Luthando had a disagreement over a small matter that quickly escalated. Harsh words were exchanged, and for the first time, a rift formed between them. The brothers avoided each other, their usual harmony disrupted. The villagers noticed and were concerned, knowing how much Saifo and Luthando meant to each other and to the community. Mama Zanil, seeing her son's distress, decided it was time for another story. She gathered them together and shared a tale from her own youth. She told of her own brothers, who had once been as close as Saifo and Luthando, but had a falling out over a trivial matter. The argument had driven a wedge between them, causing years of unnecessary pain and regret. It took a long time, Mama Zanil said, but eventually, they realized that their bond was more important than their pride. They forgave each other and became even closer. Remember, my sons, that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself as much as to the other person. Holding on to anger only creates more pain. Saifo and Luthando listened intently, feeling the weight of their disagreement. They realized that their bond was far too precious to be torn apart by a misunderstanding. Taking their mother's lesson to heart, they decided to meet and talk. They sat under the acacia tree where they had built their tree house years ago. The familiar surroundings brought back memories of their shared adventures and dreams. They spoke openly, each expressing their feelings and understanding the other's perspective. The tension melted away, replaced by the warmth of reconciliation. As they forgave each other, they realized that their relationship was now stronger. They had learned a valuable lesson about the power of communication and forgiveness. They hugged, feeling a renewed sense of unity and love. The villagers, witnessing the brothers' reconciliation, were inspired. Saifo and Luthendo's story of forgiveness and understanding spread throughout the community, encouraging others to mend their broken relationships. One evening, the brothers decided to organize a village gathering under the stars. They invited everyone to share stories of love, friendship, and forgiveness. It was a beautiful night filled with laughter, tears, and heartfelt conversations. The bonds within the community grew stronger, and the villagers felt more connected than ever before. With their bond restored, Saifo and Luthando continued to lead by example. They worked together on various projects to improve the village, always emphasizing the importance of unity and cooperation. One such project was to build a new community center where villagers could gather for meetings, celebrations, and educational activities. The brothers rallied the villagers, each contributing their skills and resources. The community center quickly took shape, becoming a symbol of their collective effort and determination. The project brought everyone closer, fostering a spirit of collaboration and mutual respect. As the community center opened its doors, the village celebrated with a grand feast. Saifo and Luthando stood proudly at the forefront, knowing that their bond and leadership had made a significant difference. The village was now a place of unity and strength, where everyone supported each other. During the celebration, Tota Themba shared another story, this time about the importance of legacy. He spoke of how each generation builds on the efforts of those before them, creating a better future for their children. He praised Saifo and Luthando for their contributions and encouraged them to continue their good work. Saifo and Luthando took their father's words to heart. They knew that their actions today would shape the future of their village. They vowed to continue working together, always putting the needs of their community first. Years passed, and Saifo and Luthando's bond remained as strong as ever. They had become respected leaders in their village, known for their wisdom, kindness, and dedication. The lessons they had learned throughout their lives had not only strengthened their relationship but had also made a lasting impact on their community. One day, as they sat under the old acacia tree, they reflected on their journey. They remembered the stories their parents had shared, the challenges they had overcome, and the love and support that had always guided them. They realized that their bond was a testament to the power of love, friendship, and unity. They had learned that communication and forgiveness were essential to maintaining strong relationships. They understood the importance of supporting each other's dreams while working together for the greater good. As they shared their thoughts, they were joined by their own children, who looked up to them with admiration. Saifo and Luthando knew that the lessons they had learned would be passed down to the next generation, ensuring that their village would continue to thrive. With hearts full of gratitude, Saifo and Luthando looked at each other and smiled. They knew that their bond was unbreakable, forged by love and strengthened by the lessons they had learned. They had created a legacy of unity and compassion that would endure for generations to come. The village continued to flourish, its strength rooted in the bonds that connected its people. And at the heart of it all were two brothers, whose love and friendship had shown everyone the true power of unity. As the years turned into decades, Saifo and Luthando's story became a cherished part of the village's history. Their journey from childhood to adulthood, filled with love, challenges, and triumphs, was told and retold, inspiring future generations. Their legacy was not one of magical adventures or enchanted journeys, but of real-life lessons about the strength of human connection. Their story was a reminder that the true magic lay in the bonds we build with those we love. The village, now a thriving community, celebrated the spirit of unity and cooperation that Saifo and Luthando had embodied. Their story lived on, a testament to the enduring power of love, friendship, and the bonds that connect us all. And so, The tale of Sifo and Luthando was passed down through the generations, a story of brotherhood that would forever be remembered in the hearts of the villagers.